Has anyone else ever been the only nationality in a restaurant? So for example, American in Spanish, Spanish in Korean, Korean in Italian, etc., etc., and you were stared down by the entire waitstaff? And I don't mean like uncomfortable eye contact with a random waiter or a too long stare with the chef. I mean like feeling like there's eyes on your body. Because me and a friend were quite literally stared down by an entire waitstaff. Me and my friend went to a hot pot place. There was maybe about 3 other people in the entire restaurant. And when I tell you we literally had it timed, the waitstaff came over to our table every 7 minutes. And I could understand if we'd been there for 6 hours and we were taking up someone else's table. I could understand if they wanted us to order more because there were people coming in. There was absolutely no one going into this restaurant. We were there for all of 2 hours, which by the way, for Spanish standards, very, very short dinner. And it was probably the most uncomfortable thing I had ever experienced. It even got to the point where we started looking at the waitstaff and they did this with their heads. So they were looking at us, and then when we saw that they were looking, they would turn their heads to pretend like, oh no, we weren't just looking at you. It's like, dude, I know the gossip is hot. If you want some tea, pull up a seat, we'll pour you a cup. There's no problem, we're happy to share. But to be hovering over us, and if you don't want us in the restaurant, own it. Just come up to us and say, hey, there's a time limit. But I really want to know if this has happened to any other person who's found that you're the only nationality in another restaurant. This was actually absurd.